Hello and welcome to Rickster's Realm. I'm Ricky, and today's video is going to be all about guidance for you. I will have the timing figured out in the description box. Please choose whichever group you are most drawn to. I'm going to get started with group number 1. If you chose the first part, welcome to the reading. Let's see what type of messages come through for you. What guidance is here for group number 1? Let's see here. Okay. Guidance for group number 1. Okay, let's see here. The messages I'm getting with these cards here, guidance for you, group number 1. For some of you, there's something coming through here where it might be beneficial for you to start over with something, is what I'm getting. There's a feeling here someone, how do I word this? Like starting over at square one, or I don't know, I feel like there's like the beginning stages of something, or someone's trying to create a firm foundation in order to build upon that, is what I'm getting. What else is coming through here? Guidance for group number 1. There needs to be moderation with something, is what I'm getting. For some of you, you might be quite excessive within something. There's a very indulgent type of energy here, a very addicting type of energy. For some of you, the guidance coming through here, for some of you, you may need to get to the root issue of something so that you are able to kind of move forward with something. I'm going to pull some more cards, so let's see what else we get here. What is the guidance for group number 1? Okay, for some of you, I wonder if you're contemplating doing something that maybe you feel that you would be inexperienced within that situation. I feel like someone feels out of their element, or that they're contemplating doing something that would have them in that type of energy. Okay, yes, the message I'm getting, it is something about you needing to have a firm foundation underneath you. There's something coming through here. The energy feels a bit unfamiliar. Like I feel like someone's been thrown into some type of situation that, again, they're not feeling as confident as what they would like to within it. Or again, you're contemplating doing something. But again, there's a need here for the energy to balance out in some type of way, or that there needs to be, moderation with something. There's a very addicting type of energy coming through here, is what I'm getting, and that there's the potential for that to get out of hand. Let's see what else we get here. What is the guidance here for group number 1? Okay, let me see what else we get here. Group number 1. What is the guidance for you? Okay. Let me see here. The guidance that I'm getting here, group number 1, is that whatever this situation is that you're dealing with, to where I do feel like that, again, you're feeling out of your element, or that there's some type of difficulty or challenge that you have to deal with. But there's a message coming through here that you don't have to do this alone. Like I feel that there are people around you that want to help you, that want to support you, that are on your side. Something like that is what I'm getting. And that I feel that they would be in a position to help you through the difficult aspects of whatever is coming through here in the reading. What else am I getting here? There is something where I do feel that someone feels inexperienced within something. For some of you, you may be feeling a little bit anxious or nervous, feeling that you might not be able to handle whatever these challenges are. I'm going to pull some more cards. What is the guidance here for group number 1? For some of you, I feel that you're feeling kind of stuck. There's an energy here. How do I explain this? Okay, I feel like someone's made a certain amount of progress with something, but that you're not exactly where you want to be. And there is something about the situation and maybe feeling kind of stuck in the middle of something that there's something about it that's uncomfortable. There's something about it you don't like how the situation's making you feel. But it is a feeling that it's maybe things aren't as bad as what they used to be, but it's not exactly how you want it to be. There's a certain level of sadness coming through here in the reading. The messages that I'm getting to say to you is that it's not always going to be like this. Whatever's going on here to where you're not feeling secure and confident with whatever's going on, that's not a forever energy. That things are going to change and transform, and there's going to be improvements with something is what I'm getting. But for some of you, I wonder if you're going through like kind of a difficult transition with something. Like I feel like someone's going through some type of transition to where we're kind of at the tricky part right now. Something like that is what I'm getting to where, okay, for some of you, you know that is the situation, like that's currently what's going on, or that you are aware that whatever is going on and what's to come about, that there is going to be some type of challenge or difficulty that has to be dealt with, that again, you know is not going to be pleasant, but that for some of you, there's really no other way around it. And there is there's some type of sadness linked and connected to it. But again, it's for me to say that you're not always going to feel that way though. Like there's going to be improvements is what I'm getting. Let's see what else comes through here. Guidance for group number 1. Okay, yes, taking it back to that other message where I feel like there needs to be moderation with something, that maybe something's getting out of hand. That's coming through even more strongly now with these other cards. For some of you, there's something, the guidance that I'm getting, it's for you to go about things in a very reserved way. That you're not going all out on something, that there isn't an excessive amount of something, that, again, that the energy is very reserved is what I'm getting. What is the guidance? Yes, and for some of you, again, it's about getting to the root issue of something or having a firm foundation underneath you. For some of you, you may need to get to the root issue of something just to be able to have a firm foundation underneath you. Something like that is what I'm getting. I'm going to pull one more card for this section. Let's see what else we get here. What is the guidance here for group number 1? The message I'm getting, it's that things aren't as bad as what you think they are, or what you're worried they're going to be. Don't get me wrong, there is, again, some type of challenge or sadness here. So if you're feeling that energy, I'm not here saying, oh, there's no truth to that, don't worry about it. No, like there is some type of difficulty or challenge here. But again, I think for some of you, you may be blowing things out of proportion in your mind, making it worse than what the actual reality is or what it would be. Let me see here. So I'll do one more card for this section. What is the guidance here for group number 1? It's what I just said, but we're looking at this card now. Okay, you need to get to the root issue of something. Okay, there's a need here to be kind of dissecting your situation and taking it down, again, to get to the root issue, to get to the heart of the matter, is what I'm getting. To go about things in a way that you're understanding yourself, another person, a situation on the deepest level possible, so that you're able to fully comprehend what has happened, what's currently going on. Something like that is what I'm getting. There's a need here to dive deep, and again, not to just skim over the surface of something, right? You need to be getting, again, to the root issue of something. So those are the messages coming through for group number 1. I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to go on to group number 2. Okay, group number 2, welcome to the reading. Let's see what type of messages come through for you. What guidance is here for group number 2? Let's see here. Group number 2, what guidance is here for you? Okay. The guidance that I'm getting with these cards for you, group number 2, very clear message. Don't expect perfection from yourself or from other people or within situations that you find yourself in. The guidance coming through here, it's for you to put your time, energy, and focus back onto yourself, to be focused on self-love, self-care, something like that is what I'm getting. To go about things in a way that you're building yourself up, that you're increasing your self-esteem, your confidence, something along those lines. And just a very strong, clear message coming through here about needing to get out of this energy of perfectionism is what I'm getting. It's holding you back. People can't relate to it. It's not needed. It's completely unnecessary is how this is coming through. And for some of you, I just feel you're being way too hard on yourself about something and that there needs to be more love brought into the situation. Let's see what else we get here. Group number 2, what is the guidance for you? Let's see here. What is the guidance for group number 2? Okay. Group number 2. You need to be going about things in a way that truly resonates with you. For some of you, you're linked and connected to someone that I feel has selfish intentions. They're going about things in a way that's ultimately going to benefit them, and I don't really think that they're taking into consideration how what they say and do can negatively affect you. There's an energy coming through here of selfish advice is what I'm getting. For some of you, I do feel that this energy that's coming through, it feels more like a past energy that I think has you in this energy, right? And not feeling good enough, something like that. Let me backpedal. For some of you, if this is linked and connected to another person, okay, if you're judging another person, feeling like they don't quite measure up to your standards or expectations, that there needs to be a shift within your perspective and how you're viewing that person or the situation. The way this is coming through, there's nothing wrong here, is what I'm getting. So if anyone, again, is viewing someone or something to where like there's an issue or a problem, the only problem is that someone needs to be viewing the situation from a completely different angle. What I'm getting here is, how do I explain this? Guidance for group number 2. Okay, yes. For some of you, don't be so worried. Some of you are very worried about needing everything to look really good on the outside. So whether this is just you, your appearance, your life, whatever it is you have going on, someone's stuck in this energy of feeling that that's where all the energy needs to go, or that's the most important thing. But it's coming through in a way to get away from that superficial type of energy. Like there's something, I don't know. I feel like someone, what am I trying to say here? Okay, so even for some of you, again, if this is linked and connected to another person to where they're kind of putting this energy on you, then again, like they need to shift the way in which they're viewing things. Someone's in a superficial type of energy is what I'm getting. Like just feeling that someone or something has to look really good on the outside and that they're not really taking into consideration everything else. What else am I getting here? Guidance for group number 2. Something's coming through here that the guidance that I'm getting for you, it's about going about things in a way, how do I explain this? That you're truly happy, that there's an internal sense of happiness and peace and contentment within something, not to where you're just feeling good about something because anybody else on the outside eyeballing you is like, ooh, that looks real good. But meanwhile, like you feel horrible inside, or it's like there's something here about needing to go about things in a way that you're ultimately truly happy inside. Not to where, like I said, you feel like, okay, I guess I should be happy because everybody's eyeballing whatever it is you have going on and feeling that that's the greatest thing, right? But there's something here about needing to focus on what's truly important. And again, not worrying about what something's looking like on the outside. Let's see what else we get here. Guidance for you, group number 1. And by group number 1, I mean group number 2. Let's get into this. Group number 2. Let's see here. Okay. guidance for you? Okay, trust your instincts is what I'm getting, okay? Things are not quite what they seem. For some of you, you're not viewing someone or something accurately. There's a need here for someone to trust their intuition, trust their instincts, and let that guide them. Because again, things are not quite what they seem. There's a certain level of confusion here. Another message I'm getting, linked back into this card here, for some of you, whoever I feel this other energy is, what's coming through here for guidance for you, the way this message is coming through, how do I explain this? It's a feeling of you putting them in their place, is what I'm getting. Something's coming through here. Don't let people take advantage of you. Something's coming through here where I don't think you're being treated fairly. There's a feeling here of someone that I feel is showing up in a very loving, patient, compassionate type of energy, but that they're being met with a more harsh, abrasive type of energy. And someone kind of getting at this loving, sweet type of energy, but it's a feeling then of the person that's in this loving type of energy kind of snapping back. It's a feeling like a line's been crossed. It's a feeling of the person that's in this kind, loving energy just being like, I've had enough. Like, I'm not tolerating this anymore. Something like that is what I'm getting. There's unrealistic expectations linked and connected to something is what I'm getting. So again, keep in mind, I do have a feeling for the majority of you that you are on the receiving end of this. That this is your energy. For some of you, if you are on the receiving end of this, it's 100% justified. Okay, so if you've been interacting with people, expecting perfection from them, kind of lashing out at them, giving them a hard time, something like that, this is coming through in a way that time's running out for you, sweetheart, and I think that you're going to be called out on it. This is a feeling that, and it's because it's wrong, right? Like, that's what I'm getting. So it's wrong no matter who's doing it, right? So if you're doing it to another person, it's wrong. If you're on the receiving end of it to where someone's kind of getting at you, it's 100% justified for the person on the receiving end of that to put a stop to it. Like, I'm not tolerating this anymore. Something like that is what I'm getting. I feel like someone's taking advantage of someone who's just a very kind soul, is how that's coming through. Or again, that someone, for some of you, someone is expecting, again, like perfection from you. Someone's expecting, let me backpedal. What I feel someone is expecting from you, they're not able to do it either. So again, there's unrealistic expectations linked and connected to something to where there needs to be a shift within that energy. I'm going to pull one more card for this section. Let's see what else we get. What guidance is here for group number 2? Okay, there's something going on here that has to do with jealousy. Okay, so for some of you, you're linked and connected to someone that does see you as pretty much perfect, but there's something about it that doesn't sit well with them, right? Because it's making them feel insecure in some type of way. Be very aware of whoever this person is. And again, I mean, do what you want. It's your life, but how this is coming through in the reading, I wouldn't take advice from them. Because again, any advice that comes from this person, it's going to stem from a place of jealousy. So it's going to be where, they're going to be like, oh, hey, I think you should do this, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be because it's ultimately what's going to make them feel better within the situation. So just be very aware of that. And again, to go about things in a way that truly resonates with you and not to take this energy on personally, and don't absorb this other person's energy and their jealousy and them kind of shifting this unwanted energy onto you. So those are the messages coming through for group number 2. I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to go on to the next group. Okay, group number 3, welcome to the reading. Let's see what type of messages come through for you. What guidance is here for group number 3? Got that one there. Let's see what else we get with these cards. Group number 3, what guidance is here for you? Okay. The messages I'm getting with these cards here is for you to be showing up in the most authentic energy that you can, for you to freely express yourself and to not hold back, right? To be vulnerable within that energy, to say exactly what you're thinking and feeling about someone or something, and to not worry about the consequences, I guess, linked and connected to that. Obviously, keeping in mind that, how do I word this? Again, it's coming through in a way, how do I explain this? So again, it's, again, for you to not worry about the consequences, but it's not that there are no consequences, right? If you're going to go around and say hurtful things to people or something like that, like that's not cool. But this is coming through more in a way that I feel for some of you, you've been staying quiet on something. There's something that's very meaningful and important to you that I feel you do want to express, but that you've been holding yourself back. So it's coming through more in a way for you to just, again, freely kind of put yourself out there. Let me see what else we get here. What is the guidance for group number 3? Yeah, for some of you, I wonder if you're a bit hesitant, feeling that whatever it is that you want to kind of freely express, maybe you're worried that you won't receive the reaction or response that you're hoping for. Let me see what else we get here. What is the guidance here for group number 3? Okay, the message I'm getting here, it is for you, again, to go about things in a way that truly resonates with you and for you to be authentic within that energy, because I feel that it's going to create a ripple effect or a snowball effect in some type of way. I feel that it's not just an isolated thing where you say or do whatever and then it's a separate thing. It feels that it becomes linked and connected to other things that I feel actually has the potential to create like a very important, like significant situation or something like that. There's a feeling here of divine timing. Like I feel like for some of you, there's something that you're wanting to say or do that I do feel like this energy coming through of me, like to encourage you, again, to freely express yourself, because it feels like it's meant to be, like it's meant to happen. Like whatever it is that's meaningful to you that you want to express, I feel that it has the potential to change the outcome of something. I think there's something about your energy, group number 3. Okay, this is really weird the way this is coming through. For some of you, there's a feeling here that what you want to say or do is going to have a very big impact on another person or a group of people, something like that is what I'm getting. But it's, again, I don't know. I don't know if this is something that you are aware of on a deeper level, if it's something that you just are completely blind to. But I feel like there's something very important that could come about based on your actions. Something like that. But it feels divinely guided. This is a feeling of two people crossing paths, and because, it's meant to be, and that something very serious or significant comes out of that. Or again, that you say or do something that creates a major change or transformation. Something like that is what I'm getting. What else is coming through here? Guidance for you. Let me see what else we get here. What is the guidance for group number 3? Okay, for some of you, the message I'm getting here, it's something along the lines of that you need to trust yourself, or you need to trust the situation or the unfolding of something. There is something coming through here that actually feels like it's outside of your control, or like that it's greater than you. So again, to take it back to where I feel like there's some type of divine connection or situation, or where everything's linked and connected to everything else, but it's, I think, has something to do with an action that you're going to take. But for some of you, I don't know if you're doubting yourself or or doubting if you can trust the person or the situation linked and connected. What else am I getting here? Guidance for group number 3. Trust, yes, okay. Trust any intuitive hunches that you're getting. Because for some of you, something may come about. Okay, what am I trying to say here? I'm just going to give you a scenario that I'm getting. There's a feeling here of someone, they kind of just do the same thing. Like every day is the same as the last day. You're just doing the same thing over and over again. But there's this message coming through where I feel that maybe tomorrow morning you wake up and you're like, you know what? I want to go about it differently. Maybe you take a different route to work. You engage in something that's different than the norm. There's just a feeling here of you switching up your routine, the way in which you go about something. And it's a feeling that maybe you're completely unaware of the significance of you switching up something. But I feel that you feeling nudged to go about things in a different way is your intuition. Again, trying to nudge you in a certain direction because the universe is aligning everything. I feel for you to get what it is that you ultimately want, or again, to create or to change the outcome of something, to create this, what am I trying to say here? But it's something, again, it's something where it's like, I don't think you're going to realize the importance of it. It's something where you'd look back on it and then you'd see how everything aligned, but you're not really aware of it as you're going through it. And there's something, so again, yeah, what am I trying to say here? So it is a feeling of you trusting those intuitive hunches that you get into when it comes to going about things in a different type of way. Because again, just for the example, you take a different route or something like that. This could be where, again, something happens, again, that changes the course of something. Or then, let me backpedal. This can even be in a way that you could get an intuitive hunch about something. And this could be where again, everything does seem exactly the same for the most part, linked and connected to whatever you have going on, but yet you're completely unaware that you avoided something, right? The classic scenario that I'm getting is where someone, again, I'll use the route to work. That's kind of the easiest example. This would be where you take the same route to work every day. But again, tomorrow morning, you're like, I think I want to take this different road. And then you find out there was a horrible car crash that lines up exactly, right, to where it's like you would have been there at that point in time. You're always there at that point in time. And that it very well could have been that you would have been wrapped up within that mess. But again, there's this intuitive hunch that something's telling you, no, I want to go about it in a different way. So you avoid some type of disaster is what I'm getting. So just to trust those intuitive hunches, like even if you can't make sense of it. And I think that for some of you may be the case, right? They're going to be like, why do I feel so called to go about things in a different type of way? So something like that's what I'm getting. I'm going on a little tangent here, but let's see. I'm going to pull one more card for this section. Let's see what else we get. Group number 3. What is the guidance here for you? Group number 3, guidance for you. Okay, the messages I'm getting with this card here, this is for you to remain firm on what truly resonates with you, okay? And to not let other people influence you or to sway you on something that you ultimately don't want to compromise on, is what I'm getting. There's a feeling here of a line that's not to be crossed. And there's something here about standing very firm within that. I'm going to actually pull one more card to see if I get a little bit more information with that one. What is the guidance here for group number 3? What is the guidance here? Yeah, there is. It feels like there's an abrupt stop to something. But I feel like this is most likely linked and connected to something to where I feel like you're putting a stop to something. You're going to be like, nope, I'm not willing to compromise on that. Something like that is what I'm getting. There's a feeling here that someone has their heart or their mind set on someone or something and that they're not willing to budge. Something like that is what I'm getting. Yeah, I don't know. What else am I getting here? Yeah, there's something. There seems to be, like just an abrupt stop to something. What is the overall guidance here? Yeah, it is. It's something about not compromising on what's truly important to you, right? That any decisions that you're making are decisions that you have to live with. So not to go about things in a way that you're living your life for other people. Something like that is what I'm getting. So those are the messages coming through for group number 3. I hope you enjoyed that section of the reading. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And that's it. I'm going to go away now.